Destruction is on the way, man. That lake of fire is right here.
You never know who we gonna have on here, man. But you can't expect priest and officer Kakungaba, man. He gonna be on here faithfully. The first woe was passed, the second woe passed, and the third woe coming quickly. You understand? They over there going nuts in the Middle East. And it's not gonna let up. We're not here for your feelings. You understand me? So if you all in your feelings, you just such emotional person, man, you might want to tune in to Joel Osteen.
Pendo, kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You are Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum. A gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you litter. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. You BK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. You ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he give them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them, but they are Jews. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby. Run that shit up, Trey.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a
get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Papa boy. Took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like this Harbor Freight. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I'm making hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that business like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole court. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the count and when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and outdone. You can't do with them steppers. Niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole part. Yeah, ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, so that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
You boy. You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my nigga. Yeah. I'm in you. Got my nigga Rawan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general. Yeah. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top when we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, like you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm ripping. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood, I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, unity of nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hate it for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west.
The ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
And all the warriors be like, boom, Yasha.
The ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana presents the official itinerary for the 57th Annual Lord's Passover. Kickoff. Wednesday, April 1st, the lamb slaughter from 11 a.m. Followed by fun and games, basketball, 3-point shootout. Can you hit the target in the archery competition? Then let's gather together ourselves and eat some lamb. Later that night, the dopest podcast, the Round Table of Truth, Cross the Line Radio, and Let a Hebrew Speak, all going down from 8 p.m. Thursday, April 2nd, the annual Kiddies Party. It's all going down at Slick City Action Park from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., followed by Scripture Breakdown class from 7 p.m. with 12 Shield General Muhammad. Friday, April 3rd from 8 p.m. the all-black party. You know how we get down. It's all going down at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas. Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. we will be hosting a brunch. Then the moment we've been waiting for all year, from 5 p.m. sharp, April 4th, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. Followed by the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Sunday, April 5th from 7 p.m. The Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread goes hand in hand, so don't miss it. Make your reservations, book your flights and hotels now. An entire week of activities for only $200. Go to ISUPK.com, pay your Passover fee now. Shalom.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yohana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black Hispanics
and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yohanan. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Serious, and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do His will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play, cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on punk.
I know they don't like no soldiers. The Spirit of the Lord, we don't like no soldiers.
Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ and they image, hate you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say you hate. African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We live in bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gonna work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't banish no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't he murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chosen.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí con Lord Commandant General Yohanan ISUPK. This is what Commander General Yohanan. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge.
That's right.
You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana presents the official itinerary for the 57th Annual Lord's Passover. Kickoff. Wednesday, April 1st, the Lamb Slaughter from 11 a.m. Followed by fun and games, basketball, 3-point shootout. Can you hit the target in the archery competition? Then let's gather together ourselves and eat some lamb. Later that night, the dopest podcast, the Round Table of Truth, Cross the Line Radio, and Let a Hebrew Speak. All going down from 8 p.m. Thursday, April 2nd, the annual Kiddies Party. It's all going down at Sleek City Action Park from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Followed by Scripture Breakdown class from 7 p.m. with 12 Shield General Muhammad. Friday, April 3rd from 8 p.m. the all-black party. You know how we get down. It's all going down at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas. Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. we will be hosting a brunch. Then the moment we've been waiting for all year from 5 p.m. sharp, April 4th, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. Followed by the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Sunday, April 5th from 7 p.m. The Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread goes hand in hand, so don't miss it. Make your reservations, book your flights and hotels now. An entire week of activities for only $200. Go to ISUPK.com, pay your Passover fee now. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
The ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
And all the warriors be like,
Man, that's crazy.
Hold on, let me make sure I got my shit right.
Oh man, it's not TV, man. We're doing it big out here once again, man. ISUPK on the Commander Junior Honor, man.
You heard about the mission to Acuna. This is the mission to Kensington.
The mission to KNA. we out here in Kensington, Allegheny. You know, it's a notorious spot in the city of Philadelphia. A lot of drug addiction, a lot of homelessness, a lot of poverty in the city of Philadelphia. It's famous, you know, across the world at this point. Y'all caught me eating some of this amazing food that these sisters done put together, man. Under Commanding General Yohana, we got some amazing spirits in this school, man. Raised up right, you know what I mean, to come out here to the hood, the gutter, and man, and we're gonna do this work wherever we go. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? While to Commanding General Yohana putting that work in. And raising up brothers and sisters like this, man. You know what I mean? We're coming to every major city, man. Every city where One West at, we're going to try to do these hot food drives. You know what I mean? Like here to support the people that's in need. That's what the school, that's what we all about. When it comes down to it, we are here to help the people that are impoverished, destroyed, people at the bottom. That's everything we do, that's what we do it for. Everything we say, even though it may seem hateful, even though it may seem crazy and outlandish, everything we do is for the people at the bottom. That's what
we don't know how they made my day, man. It's the food, the blessing, man. They put the foot onto that meal, man.
That's what's up, man. We appreciate you, man.
Hey, this is one of the best meals I ever had down here, man. By far. Hey, man, that's the love, man. That's the shit that they're trying to get back to the people, man. Let people know people care, man. That's what's up, man. Y'all continue up the hard work, man. For real. It's noticed, man.
We appreciate that, bro. We appreciate that,
man. People appreciate y'all, man. Right. For real. Giving a lot of people hope, and whereas so a lot of people don't have hope, man. That's what it's about, man.
So, it's a beautiful day today. The sisters came out from New Jersey, Delaware, Philadelphia, came out to support the event.
That's that good old curry soup I made. You gotta taste it.
It's the sisters' choice to do this, man. They hearts. Their hearts is huge. And people think our sisters locked up or something. Like we got them locked in cages. No. Our sisters out here, they giving back just like us. They were going to work for the Most High just like us.
Hey, and guess what? Good, man.
We're still protecting them. Come on now. Yes, sir. Tighten up. We do it, man. ISUPK. I'm the commander general.
We feed the community, man. Get in line, get with us. This is what we do. All the brothers is here. The sisters is doing an amazing job. We out in Kensington and Allegheny. If you know anything about that, you know we out here. We don't care. We feed Israel.
Lit is not the word for it. We are so happy and thankful and grateful for y'all guys allowing us to do this for ISUPK and for our family and friends out here. We up in K&A. They got Gia up in K&A.
In the belly of the beast, man. We up here in Kensington doing what we was raised to do, doing what we bred to do, and that's to show brotherhood. You see what I'm saying? And the sisters, it's not about us. It's about the sisters, man. The sisters is doing a great job out here. And this is how the Lord get his glory. Right here.
They put their foot into it. Ain't nothing but love.
Yeah.
Food. Can't even explain it.
Most High Christ.
I'm trying to do it for you more often, okay? All for you, Hebrew.
Hey,
for you,
thank you. Hey, anytime, hey, I already know. This right here, wow.
Shout out to Knock, man, making history. You know what I mean? He only got like 2 to 3 subscribers, but man, make sure you subscribe to Knock TV, man. Hit that notification bell, like, share, and subscribe to this content, man. We got Nabar real with Nabar, man. Say something to the camera, bro.
No, he gonna send it to me. I need that.
I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
ISUPK under Commandant General Yahana presents the official itinerary for the 57th annual Lord's Passover. Kickoff. Wednesday, April 1st, the Lamb Slaughter from 11 a.m. Followed by fun and games, basketball, 3-point shootout. Can you hit the target in the archery competition? Then let's gather together ourselves and eat some lamb. Later that night, the dopest podcast, the Round Table of Truth, Cross the Line Radio, and Let a Hebrew Speak. All going down from 8 p.m. Thursday, April 2nd, the annual Kiddies Party. It's all going down at Slick City Action Park from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Followed by Scripture Breakdown class from 7 p.m. with 12 Shield General Muhammad. Friday, April 3rd from 8 p.m. The all-black party. You know how we get down. It's all going down at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas. Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. We will be hosting a brunch. Then the moment we've been waiting for all year from 5 p.m. sharp. April 4th, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. followed by the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Sunday, April 5th from 7 p.m. The Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread goes hand in hand, so don't miss it. Make your reservations, book your flights and hotels now. An entire week of activities for only $200. Go to ISUPK.com, pay your Passover fee now. Shalom.
Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say, must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you know them niggas will still hate you. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all of that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry. Blame that shit on UPK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing while you got that drag with you. I'm a bad kidder, pull up with two bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Don't remember me when I step in the facility. I'm screaming ISUPK, fuck the enemy. Oh, hey, this that One West world shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you tripping, homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't sip that clip. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fuck around, homie, put the crown on me, yeah, this my year. Yeah. And I do this shit for my niggas who started. I ain't resent for I truly acknowledge you ain't in this truth and you ain't in this body, cause bitch, you want body. We see it coming cause we really prophets. Oh, want you about it, but you didn't stop it. A hard head make it soft fast, I guess that's why you stop with your soft bag. Hood nigga that can outclass bougie bitches who talking about class. Soon as you cut a motherfucker, they be like, why you talking to me like that? Valuable lesson. Before you judge, I will check the reflection. Real love is correct. Real love is perfection. Ain't a flaw in it, this is raw business. Brotherhood is a weapon. Fuck around and get stepped on, try to step, watch how you step. Fuck around and get stepped on, try to step, watch how you step. 10 times out of 10 when we get it in, nigga, it's a win. If you ain't in the UPK, then nigga, it's a sin. Cause it's only one body, one truth, nigga, one spirit, yeah, one God. But when the shit hit the fan, pussy nigga ran, they got in the win. When niggas saying he was down, but really the nigga switch. Niggas saying he around for you, but really the nigga snitch. Really the nigga quit. Hey, really the nigga bitch. Yeah, and I'm just telling you the truth about it, this ain't even a diss. Yeah, this how them niggas be acting. Talking that shit like they really be about it, but when it come down to the action, that's when you find out that they lacking. That's when you find out that they acting. And fucking with my niggas, it's a sure way to end up in the casket. Bitches us against the masses. I don't mind getting dirty, but watch how I clean it up when it get nasty. I lift that Nina up and get the flashing, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Yeah. Oh, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Borders are blue and freezing for the fashion. Yeah. You understand me? We standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah. Either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look. And if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West.
Yeah, Salaki. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, clap it up one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I gotta get the mic right. You know what I mean? Definitely. Yeah, this is the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, underneath Commandant General Yohana. You know what it is, man. We are not affiliated with any other group. You understand? We are here, the home of the truth, established in 1969, holding it down. Damn right. The water for y'all for letting me know about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, we are not affiliated with anybody, not the Christian pastors, not your Muslim mosque. not anybody. You know what I mean? Not your Buddhist temple, not your Hindu temples, none of that. You understand? We are not affiliated. That's the word holy means to be separated. You know what I mean? See, already, yeah, one West, peace of all men of Israel. That's who we're supposed to have peace of. That's who we're supposed to have peace of, because we're holy. We are set apart. We are set apart from all the other nations. You understand? And this is a great topic that we're going into, because how will the kingdom be? Is the kingdom meant for everybody? You know what I mean? Is a kingdom a place that that you die and you float in and you were just a ghost and you're floating in the clouds? You know what I mean? We're gonna get into it today. Definitely, if you could, Baba Kashai, hit that like button. You know what I mean? Hit the share button so we can get the algorithm up. You know what I mean? So, because there's no truth in Iowa. You know what I'm saying? The Republicans don't got the truth. The Democrats don't got the truth. Half of you black folks became Democrats, but you didn't really realize that really you was Republican first. Lyndon B. Johnson said he gonna have he say he gonna have you Negroes voting Democrat for the next 100 years. You understand? The Democrats was the so-called KKK started the Democrats, the Dixiecrats. That's what they called them. We was the Republicans originally, but guess what? We ain't voting for none of these so-called politicians, because they all two wings on the same bird. The left wing, the right wing, they all evil. It don't matter who you vote for. Guess and you know what? They all evil. They all diabolical. You know who we stand for? We stand for the King of Israel, Yahushua, the Most High God, Bahashim Yahushua. That's who we stand for, and that's what our kingdom's going to be about. He's going to be the one to rule the kingdom, no one else. There ain't no voting him in. Ain't gonna be no what's it, midterm elections. This is an everlasting kingdom that will not end. You understand? So let's get straight to it. And of course, you know what was yesterday in this kingdom. You know, you got all these old whack so-called holidays or whatnot. What they had? What was it? St. Patrick's Day. You know, you had all types of Negroes out there all across the country getting towed back, getting drunk, and dressed up in green. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure. Let's get some footage. St. Patrick's. Let's just get black people on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. And that's just like, it's just diabolical. It's just like black folks celebrating 4th of July. You know what I mean? Black folks celebrating 4th of July. You wasn't independent on 4th of July. You was still in chains. Well, some people don't believe we was ever in chains. But yeah, so in the Caribbean, they got a whole different heritage down there. They believe that they are the descendants of the Irish. You know what I mean? Which is so sad and diabolical. Just like we believe we're so American, we don't know who we are. But that's why us in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we're going to tell you who you are. We're going to give you your true culture. We are the children of Israel. That's what we supposed to celebrate. What's coming up next? Like when you just seen the commercial over and over again, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. You supposed to celebrate the destruction of your enemies. You know what I'm saying? Not celebrating some Irish, the luck of the Irish. You ain't no Irish. Come on, man. Wake up. It's time to wake up, brothers and sisters. So yeah, what does it say? Let me take that. Never mind. So it says, there is green everywhere, but the steel drums and masked dancers, the goat water stew, and the active volcano all serve as a reminder that this is not your typical St. Patrick's Day. Just south of Antigua, Montserrat is that increasingly rare Caribbean realm without resorts and massive cruise ships. Ask any of its nearly 5,000 residents about the character of their island. You know what I'm saying? So let's just get down, man. I don't even want to read on. Anyway, on this island, they celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And they love it. Look at that. They believe that they descend or something like that from St. Patrick, from Irish, the luck of the Irish. Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You know what I mean? And it's a damn shame. And that's down there in the Caribbean somewhere. Now, this is a picture from 2018. But guess what? They do it perpetually every year. And yesterday, I'm pretty sure there was Negroes out there wearing all green at somebody's bar, somebody's club, with the beads on, doing the most. You know what I'm saying? But when we tell you to celebrate the Lord's Passover, and guess what? Now we cosplaying. You know what I mean? Niggas cosplay all year. Look at that. This is cosplay. That's real cosplay. That ain't your culture, black man. You know what I mean? That's not your culture. Let me blow it up for TikTok. Yeah, you see that? You ain't no Irish man. Come on now. Just like I said, 4th of July, you want to dress up in red, white, and blue. You know what I mean? That's cosplaying. And on Christmas, you want to put on an ugly sweater. That's cosplaying. You cosplaying as someone else's whole culture. See, guess what? We here to take back our culture and bring in the kingdom. You understand? But how will the kingdom be? How will the kingdom be? Let's just start it off. Let's go over here to the book of Matthew chapter 6. You know, we're going to bring out precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. That's exactly what we're going to do. So let's go over here to Matthew chapter 6, and we're going to just jump down. We're going to get straight to the point. Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. Let's get it. Definitely got to get the King James version. That's the most accurate version that you're going to find. But yeah, Matthew chapter 10, Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. It says, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So right here, this is establishing where the kingdom's going to be. The kingdom's going to be on earth. The kingdom's going to be on earth as it is in heaven. Not you die and you float up and you go to heaven. No, see, the kingdom of heaven is a physical place. This ain't no metaphysical place. This ain't no you just floating around, walking in the clouds or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Talk about what did Tupac say? Does heaven got a ghetto? I wonder if heaven got a ghetto. No, see it. The kingdom of heaven is a state of mind. You know what I mean? It's a condition. So right now, who's in their kingdom? The so-called white man, they're in their kingdom right now. This is their condition. They rule the entire planet. Just like you see Donald Trump, well, not just Donald Trump, but America. America, they'll go into anybody's country, kidnap the whole president. That's that, man. Listen, when you rule in the planet and you got power like that, you can go in and do what you want. That's your heaven. That's your condition. You know what I mean? But when it comes down to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know what's happening to us? We're in hell right now. You know what I mean? We can't even hit the corner in the car and without getting pulled over, getting dragged out, getting beat down. And if you a Hispanic, you gonna get deported. If you a Negro, you gonna get beat up and shot. You know what I mean? It don't matter if you was following the law or not. You gonna get shot. Just like Mike Brown, Philando Castile, Eric Gardner. You know what I'm saying? You out here, we living in hell because we are being oppressed by a wicked nation. And this wicked nation, they have gotten so proud and full of themselves that they go across the entire planet doing whatever they want to do. They're going in and invading Iran, invading Venezuela. Matter of fact, what did Trump just said? He ready to go in Cuba. They just did Cuba just had a nationwide blackout. Let me see if I can pull up that article. Yeah, Cuba just had a nationwide blackout. And that's because of America just did just because Cuba is alliances with Venezuela, right? And because America has taken all the Venezuelan power, talk about they're running Venezuela, they done also strip Cuba of its resources. Here, let me get this, Salakia. Let me get this article. Bear with me one moment. The whole island them blacked out in Cuba. You know what I mean? When you can make a whole nation just lose its power, come on, man. That's kingdom of heaven type of mode. When you can control someone else's economy, you calling the shots wherever you at. So it says island. Hold on, let me get that up off of there. Island-wide blackout hits Cuba as it struggles with deepening energy crisis. Why is there energy in a crisis? That's because America took over its energy sources from, they was getting a lot from Venezuela. You know what I mean? But in the kingdom of heaven, guess what? The 12 tribes of Israel, we're going to be calling the shots. You don't want to come and serve the king, you will be punished. Just like how America tries to go and send out sanctions. Oh, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. You get sanctioned, right? Guess what? That's what's going to happen to all you nations. The so-called white man, the so-called Chinese man, the so-called Arab man, the so-called African, the so-called East Indians. All nations are going to be subjugated underneath the 12 tribes of Israel. And our king, who's our king? Hamashiach Yahawashah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. You understand? And he comes from the tribes of Judah. He's an Israelite himself. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Let's go over here to the book of Zechariah. I think it's Zechariah chapter 12, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, every nation is going to bow down and serve the kingdom of Israel, not the Israeli government. The Israeli government, that's why they don't even call themselves Israelites no more. They call themselves Israelis because they know that they they stole someone's identity. They stole our identity while we're in captivity. We lost our heritage. We lost our identity while we was in captivity. You know what I mean? But guess what? That was our punishment for our disobedience against the Most High. If we never disobeyed the Most High God, we would have never lost our rulership. Let me see if this is it, Salakia. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Zechariah 14. I said 12. Where we at? Let's get it. Zechariah chapter 14. And let's jump down to verse let me see. Bear with me. Let me see where I want to get it at. Yeah, so every nation's gonna come and bow down to the King of Israel. I thought it was 14. Oh yeah, right here. 14 and 16, Salakia. I went right over it. And it says right here, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and keep the Feast of Tabernacles. Yeah, see, all these nations, y'all gonna have to keep our holy days. Ain't gonna be no more Christmas. Ain't gonna be no more Halloween. Definitely ain't gonna be no more St. Patrick's Day. You're gonna be keeping the Feast of Tabernacles, at least that one. While we also keep our other feast days. And it says, verse 17, and it shall be that whosoever will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem. So who's all the families of the earth? That's all the other nations. That's the so-called East Indians, the so-called Arabs, the Iranians too. The so-called Chinaman, and definitely the so-called white man, the European nations. And it says what? And it shall be that whosoever will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. So just like how Cuba don't want to serve America and is going against America, guess what? And they lost power, right? Guess what? You don't want to worship the King of Israel, the real righteous King of Israel, not Benjamin Netanyahu. Police be upon him. Matter of fact, he might be unalive. He might be unalive right now, allegedly. Because listen, everybody been putting it out there that he's unalive, and we ain't seen no real evidence. They done put out like 3 or 4 AIs. You know what I mean? He's definitely unalive. We need to see him come to America and do a press conference. Because if not, he's out of there. You know what I mean? But the real King of Israel, guess the King of Jerusalem, every nation is going to have to come up once a year, at least once a year, and worship the King. And what happens if you don't? You get sanctioned. What does it say? And if all the families of the earth don't come up, there should be no rain. And what happens when you don't get no rain? Drought. That means what happens when you get drought? You don't get food. You don't get your animals don't get water. So then your cattle might be unalive. There's a lot of things that can happen if you don't water. That's like a domino effect. You know what I mean? So that's what it's like in the kingdom. You don't come and worship the king and the Israelites in our kingdom, guess what? You get sanctioned. Let's read that again. Zechariah 14:17. And it shall be that whosoever will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain. Verse 18. And if the family of Egypt go not up, so yeah, you Africans, yeah, y'all think we ain't African. And Egypt is also synonymous with any nation that's had us in captivity. Egypt is synonymous with bondage. You understand? But let's keep reading. America is modern day Egypt. Just look on your dollar bill. You look on your dollar bill, what's on the back? A pyramid with the all-seeing eye. Where do you think they got that from? They got that from Egypt. Go to right now, go to Washington, D.C. What do you see there? An obelisk. What's it called? The Washington Monument? That's an obelisk. Where they get that from? They got that from Egypt. You understand? America has stolen every kind of culture and wrapped it all in one. Every major empire, the Egyptian empire, the Babylonian empire, the Grecian empire, the Persian empire, the Roman empire, it's all one. It's all amalgamated into one. You understand? And guess what was synonymous with all those empires? Who was subjugated underneath every last one of those empires as a nation? Who? Us, the 12 tribes of Israel. In every last empire, we were the ones that were in captivity in each one of those empires, all the way from Egypt, all the way to Rome, right here to America. So I don't want to hear that, oh, we wasn't never slaves. Listen, I don't give a damn if you think we wasn't slaves here in America or even by boats or whatever you want to claim. Where's the ships at? Where's the ships? But guess what? We was in captivity. Well, explain all the other kingdoms that we was under, that Israelites were in captivity under. You want to say that wasn't true either? Come on now. Even your grandma know, like a Hebrew slave. They got me working like a Hebrew slave. Yeah, you is the Hebrew slave. Get it right. So let's keep reading. Where we at? We in Zechariah chapter 14, and let's jump down. Yeah, we was at 18. And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague, wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the feast of tabernacles. Good night. That's sanctions pretty much. You understand? You don't want to come and worship the king and worship our kingdom, you will be sanctioned. You won't get rain, you get plagues. That's what you're going to get. And it's not just Egypt. What does it say? Verse 19. It says, this shall be the punishment of Egypt and the punishment of all nations that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. So this is all of you nations. and we are not one. See, the kingdom of heaven ain't gonna be no everybody's created equal. Like America tries to America claim that we're all equal. That's big cap. Because when they wrote that in the what was it, the Constitution, all men shall be created equal, they wasn't talking about you, black man. When you read the Constitution and it said all men shall be created equal, you know what you was in? You was in captivity. And that's the same way any other nation of people should be. When they read the Bible, when it says all men, and that you should not be thinking of it like it's you, because it's not about all men. It's about the people who wrote the Bible. Who wrote the Bible? Israelites. Who are the Israelites today? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and those scattered abroad. Tucker Carlson just put them on blast. You seen Tucker Carlson? He calling them out. Well, if this belongs to y'all, well, how come we don't just do DNA tests? He was grilling the ambassador, the Israeli ambassador, American Israeli ambassador, Mike Huckabee. That's his name. He was grilling them, and he was putting them on blast. See, but the answer to that is, see, he's gonna try to prove who they aren't. But guess what? I guarantee you, he never will raise the question, well, if they aren't, then who is? You know what I mean? Then he might get unalived too, just like Charlie Kirk. Next thing you know, Tucker Carlson gonna be on a t-shirt somewhere. Let him say that the true children of Israel is the rightful people, not the small hats. Guess what? He'll be unalived the next day. But yeah, the kingdom is what? Let's go back over here to Matthew chapter 6. The kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Let's jump over here to Revelation chapter 5. And it says what? Verse 10. And has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Where? On the earth. Not in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Not in an imaginary fairy tale ghost land. No, we're going to be physically reigning on the earth. That was the prophecy from the days of old. From the days of old, it was always prophesied that the children of Israel, because he set a covenant with us, that we would reign above all nations that are on the planet Earth. And see, this is what we try to teach you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, that if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, you will be set above all the nations that are on the planet Earth. You will no longer be the last hired and the first fired. You wouldn't have to be called a DEI. You would no longer be called just a byword. You would no longer be the minority, but the most populated in the prison school system. How we the least people in the whole entire kingdom of America, but we the most locked up. You would no longer be subjugated to the crack epidemic. You would no longer be subjugated to gang violence. Gang violence, gang culture, that wasn't never our culture. We learned that from our oppressors. All the mobs and gang, the Bugsbys and your Gottis and your this and your that. That mob mentality, that gang mob mentality, we didn't come up with the Capones. That was them, the Italians, even the so-called small hats. They had a lot of mafias. We learned that from them. We was just trying to get out of captivity and just get into what was it, emancipation and start families, and we was just glad to go work. They was over here doing all types of madness. You know what I'm saying? We was actually establishing cities, doing things the right way. And guess what? As soon as you do it, they drop a whole bomb on you, burn up your whole community, hang 100-something odd people in race riots, thousands of people. You got all the race riots all across the United States around them times. You had what? St. Louis race riots, LA race riots, all these race riots across the entire country. You understand? Let's keep reading. We back. Where was we at? Revelations chapter 5 and verse 10. And had us made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on earth. Where? On the earth. Now, where'd they get that from? Let's go over here to the book of Exodus chapter 6, 19. So this was a prophecy from the days of old. Because we're supposed to have all the entire planet in subjection the same way that Adam was supposed to. Adam was given the right to rule the entire planet over every beast of the field, including other so-called the mankind. The bloodline of Adam was the chosen back then before the deluge. Before the flood, Adam was like Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Out of his loins would come Seth. Out of his loins would come Noah. This, that. All the his bloodline, they were supposed to reign on the earth back then. But you know what happened? They broke the Most High God's laws. And then they started sleeping with the other nations. They started sleeping with whatever nations was that they was calling themselves back then. Now they were, in the Bible, they were referenced as the sons of men, the daughters of men. In Genesis chapter 6, if I'm not mistaken, it says, the sons of God seen the daughters of men and went in unto them. And guess what? That the Most High God was mad about that. And you know what he did? He sent the flood. And he sinned and he saved Noah, who his family was the only family that didn't intermingle with the rest of the other nations. And we're supposed to uphold the same laws, statutes, and commandments that was before the flood, even till now. But let's go over here to the book of Exodus. Exodus chapter 19 and verse 6. Matter of fact, no. Verse 5. And it says, now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. So see, what did the Lord say? He said that if you keep my commandments, you will be a peculiar treasure. You will be special unto him above all the people that are on the planet Earth. Not equal. The Lord never intended us to be equal to the other nation. He never intended us. What did Martin Luther King say? That I have a dream that little black boys and little white boys shall walk hand in hand and not be judged by the skin of their color, but the content of their character. Good night. It don't matter how good you are. You still gonna get judged. You know what I mean? You could go to school, You could be the best athlete. You could do whatever you want. And you could do it just right. And guess what? You still a nigga. You still gonna get a Karen that's gonna pull up. You could live in a nice neighborhood. You could have all the accolades and everything that you need. And guess what? You move into a nice neighborhood if you want to. You still gonna get that. Are you supposed to be here? Are you supposed to live here? Well, what's your name, son? Where you come from? You know what I mean? They still gonna question you. You could be a good old taxpayer. You could support Donald Trump. You could go vote for Donald Trump. You could walk around with a MAGA hat on. You know what I mean? You still ain't accepted. But what does it say? Let's go back. Just like how it says in Revelations. Matter of fact, let me show you that one more time. Revelations chapter 5 and verse 10. So you know, so for my my New Testament only Christians, this is not only just this is New Testament talk too. You understand? It says, made us into our God. See, that's possessive. Us and our, that's possessive. Who's the us? Who's the our? The us is the children of Israel. The our is the children of Israel. And our God, kings and priests. And we, who's the we? The children of Israel. Not just anybody who believes in God. That's too vague. No. He's making us kings and priests on the earth as it is in heaven. Now let's go where did he get that from? Exodus chapter 19. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, and then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. Now this is where they really get it from. What? Verse 6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto who? The children of Israel. Not to anybody who just believes in God, the children of Israel. Nor to anyone who converts to Christianity. No, the children of Israel. Nor to anyone who got baptized in the name of Jesus Christ. No, the children of Israel. See, this is according to a righteous bloodline. That's who this is about. When you read the Bible, this is all written by, to, and for the children of Israel. And this is what the kingdom of heaven is going to be like. It's going to be, we're going to rule it just like how Benjamin Netanyahu, Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un, all these other nations, they run their little kingdoms. We're going to run the whole planet. And if you don't like it, guess what? You'll get sanctioned. And there might not be no rain for you if you don't come worship the king. There might not be we might send a plague over there. Who knows what the plague might be? It might be fire and brimstone. Who knows? You know what I mean? Let's go over here now to the book of Isaiah chapter 14. See, they call us a hate group. No, we're just preaching love. This is love, ladies and gentlemen. This is true love because we're giving love to those who deserve it, the children of Israel. Because we've been getting persecuted for thousands of years. In the 1400s, the Native Americans, North, South, Central, when Christopher Columbus came over here, guess what? They was getting persecuted. They came over here with the plague and with the disease, unaliving, took them back to Europe to serve them in their kingdom. took all the riches, all the gold, all the great resources that America, the North, South, Central America's had. This is our land too, technically, because our people was here first. The 12 tribes of Israel, we were in the Americas first. In the book of 2nd Esdras, it says that the 10 tribes came to a land that no mankind dwelt. But guess what? No, Columbus claimed that he discovered America. Good night. Yeah, well, you're going to discover what hell's like pretty soon. Let's go over here to the book of Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah chapter 14 and let's just start at verse 1. This is a UPK classic. And it says, what? For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. Who's Jacob? That's the children of Israel. And will yet choose Israel, not the Israel that you see over there in the Middle East. You understand? Not Benjamin Netanyahu, not the Weinsteins and the Goldbergs and all the other Steins and Bergs. You know what I mean? What was that book? The Bernstein Bears. Now that I think, see, when you was a kid, you just going off on a tangent. The Bernstein Bears. The Bernsteins, they were small hats. The Bernstein Bears are small hats too. That was definitely a small hat name. But y'all really come from Poland. Y'all Polish. You understand? But anyway, let's keep reading. Yeah, so the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. Who's going to set the children of Israel in their own land? The Most High God, the Lord, Yahweh. Not 1948 Belfort Act. Nah, not after World War II, the Belfort Agreement set the so-called children of Israel in the Middle East amongst the Palestinians on a small little plot, and then they gradually take over years and decades, and then try to create what's called the Greater Israel, the Greater Israel Project. Nah. And America's funding you year after year, taking all of our American tax dollars over there to the Middle East. Nah, it ain't going to be like that, ladies and gentlemen. The Lord, what does it say? Let's go back. The Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and he would choose Israel and set them in their own land. Why does it say set them in their own land? Because we were driven away in captivity from our land. And it says what? And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. Who's they? The strangers. Who is the strangers? The strangers is Benjamin Netanyahu, Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump, and all their children's and their descendants. Kim Jong-un, Jinping, all their children. Buddy and them at the corner store. Yeah. They're going to cleave unto the house of Jacob. That's what's going to happen. Y'all going to cleave unto the house of Jacob. Verse 2. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and 2. And it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord. What does it mean when you possess something? Like if I say this pen is my possession, what does that mean? That means I own this. If I possess this, that means this, I own this pen. This is my possession. The house of Israel are going to take the strangers and we're going to possess them in the land of the Lord. I pray you understand that. See, this ain't your Christian pastors. We ain't teaching you Christianity, ladies and gentlemen. You've been lied to. You know why they lied to you? Because they was already having you in their possession. They already in their kingdom. They already went through the Industrial Revolution. They already went through the technological they reigned on. Listen, they had their time to shine. It's all right, America. You had your time to shine, Mr. So-called white man. I hope you had fun. Live it up. Right now, if I were you, I would just put down don't go to church no more. Don't believe in the Bible. Just go live life. Go bungee jumping. Go skydiving with no parachute. That's what you should do. You should go buck hunting. Go live your best life. Because guess what? Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Google that. That's in the book of 2nd Esdras. You understand? Let's keep reading. And it says what? What? Hold on. I didn't even finish the best part. And it says, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord. For what? For servants and handmaids. What is a servant? What is a handmaid? That's what you strangers are going to be in the kingdom of heaven. That's what the kingdom of heaven is going to look like. Servants and handmaids. Yeah. The same way that we were your servants and handmaids, you will be our servant and handmaid. I pray you understand that. So listen, also what you should do, if you want to be a good old Christian white man, you should be like John Brown. Yeah, that's what you should do. Be like John Brown. First, send your tithes and your money into ISUPK.com. Go to ISUPK.com. Go into make a donation and send a large lump sum. First of all, do it every month. Every time you get paid, send in more than, matter of fact, we need 50% from y'all. The Lord says pay 10%. But guess what? Because of everything that y'all have done, you know what you need to do? You need to pay 50%. And then get online and research who John Brown was. Yeah, that's what you need to do. Get online, be like John Brown. And I'm just going to leave it like that. You know, and for all your so-called Negroes out there, your two-stepping fetching that Negroes, yeah, you need to get online. You be like, well, there is good white people. I know some good white people. Yeah, my coworker, Sharon, me and her, we go out for martinis all the time. Yeah, she's good white people. Yeah, well, tell her to be like John Brown then. Yeah, that's what you need to do. Tell her to look up John Brown, and that's who a good white man is. That's the only good white person. Let's read that again. Isaiah chapter 14, at the end of verse 2. And Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Look, we're going to rule over our oppressor. And it don't take a rocket scientist to know who our oppressor is today. You understand? It don't take no rocket science Matter of fact, what was yesterday? The luck of the Irish, St. Patrick's Day. The Irish, what was the police municipalities was given unto the Irishman. That's why every time someone in the at the police gets unalive, what do? They play the bagpipes. I don't even know how to do it. But they play the bagpipes. That's what they do, because what culture is that? That's Irish culture. But guess what? You was black man, you was out yesterday wearing all green and getting drunk with the Lucky Charms around your neck. While the Irishman was over here oppressing you, being good old slave catchers. That's what they was doing. They came over here being immigrants, and they got placed above you. The Italians, the Germans, the Dutch, the French, the English, the Spaniards, all those other nations came over here specifically to oppress you. But guess what the Lord said? Let's get it back. Isaiah chapter 14, at the end of verse 2, and Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives whose captives they were, and we shall rule over our oppressor. I pray you understand. That's exactly what's going to happen to you, buddy. That's exactly what's going to happen. Now, like I said, we could go back to the New Testament. What does it say? Revelations chapter 5. No, matter of fact, let's go over here to Revelations chapter 2. That's the old, well, y'all be like, well, that's the Old Testament. That might have already happened. No, that ain't happened yet. This is future prophecy. Let's go over here to Revelations chapter 2 for all you good old Christians. For you good old Christians. Revelations chapter 2 all the way down. Let's go all the way down in verse 26. And if anybody got any questions, I always forget to say, if you got any questions or whatnot, don't be hesitant. You can hit the link and you can ask any kind of question you want. Hit the link. You know what I mean? Or if not, just type them in the comments. I don't know how to do it on TikTok yet. I'm new to this TikTok thing. But if you got any questions or comments, you could definitely put them in the chat. What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's going. See, it's going. And see, that's another thing. See, it's going down over there in the Middle East. And blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, don't be alarmed by this. This is just building up to World War III. You know what I'm saying? World War III is supposed to happen because this is Bible prophecy. These kingdoms all have to fight against each other to destroy themselves. Even though we talk about this ain't the topic, but it all kind of lines up. Because in order for our kingdom to come, their kingdoms have to be flatlined. Right now, what this just today happened, Iran has hit the world's largest liquefied natural gas export terminal in Qatar, according to Qatari Interior Ministry. So guess what? Iran ain't playing. They using all types of different methods. They using drone strikes. Matter of fact, let's get some little bit of footage right quick. Here's one right here while we're talking about it. It says drone attack on Bahrain building as Iran retaliates. They're using their little $15,000, $20,000 drones and tearing Israel up. And then they'll send a whole drove of them, and it only costs about 15,000-20,000 to make one of their drones. But then the Israeli government, they shooting off their counter missiles that's like $1 million for one, and you missing some of them, and that's just the low budget ones that's Iran sending. So let's shoot this off real quick. No pun intended. Yeah. Yeah, they pretty much sending remote control airplanes over there and just blowing your shit up. And they're called kamikaze drones. You know what I mean? Where they don't need them to come back. They just meant to go there and do one thing, and that's it. Unalive. Let's listen to what this cat says. He's gonna break it down for you. Fair use. We're using this for education and entertainment purposes.
The war between Iran on one side and the US and Israel on the other is a perfect example of asymmetric warfare. So asymmetric warfare is the kind of warfare that a weaker country levies against a stronger country. The US and Israel have very modern weapon systems, very modern equipment, and there's a lot more in terms of the type of inventory that both the US and Israel have. What the Iranians do, because they can't match our spending or the sophistication of our weapon systems, is they use what they have, $30,000 drones on the cheap end of the scale, all the way up to maybe drones that are several $100,000 in expense, but they're still far, far cheaper than a multi-million-dollar fighter jet. They also have missiles.
Salakia. Let me go back. You see that? They got a whole underground, like basically underground cities of these cheap drones. Whole underground cities of them. I don't know if y'all can see that on TikTok all the way, but they got underground cities of these cheap drones, and they've been building them for like the last 20 years. And they draining the Israeli government and everybody of their resources. If I'm not mistaken, just the other day, the Israeli government was just like, "Hey, man, we're running out of counter missile. We need some more." America's like, "Well, shit. If we give y'all what we got, then what we gonna protect ourselves with?" See, America ain't even been touched yet. Listen. And then also, what else just happened? See, now y'all got me on the war report. China got ships around Taiwan. And now for a while, let's get this real quick. Another fair use. We're using this. We're using this for educational and entertainment purposes. Hopefully it's in English. Let me see what this clip says. I haven't watched it yet, so this is going to be a first time reaction to this clip. Live reaction, I should say. Well, it's not even got words to it. It says Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense detected 36 military aircrafts around its territorial waters. Eight Chinese naval vessels and one official ship was also seen operating near Taiwan, monitored by ROC armed forces. Taiwan's defense ministry said it was monitoring and responding to all happenings. So pretty much, long story short, it says on March 17th, which was yesterday, 28 Chinese military sorties were detected, off of which 21 crossed the median line of Taiwan Strait. So they're getting real close. Like, hold up, you in our circle. But long story short, for time's sake, China's been ready to get on Taiwan. You know what I'm saying? America's like, nah, because Taiwan's a ally with the American government. But guess what? Iran is allies with the Chinese government. And so China is like, well, listen, if you could just go and invade our ally, well, damn, they're right next to us. We might as well invade them. Let's get that on a map so you can see, for some people who might not know where Taiwan is. I mean, we know Taiwan is some Asian type, but they're not allies. China and Taiwan are not allies, just like how there's North Korea, South Korea. You know what I mean? But Taiwan, America, pretty much, they could be here in Taiwan and have missiles there. Like, it's a good military strategy point. You know what I mean? But if China takes it over, then America ain't got no good strategic point over there in those waters. So over there to the left, Hong Kong, that's China. Right there, that island, bam, that's Taiwan. Just like how we got Cuba over here in America. That's like a Cuba to them. But Cuba don't like America. But guess what? Donald Trump said he want to take Cuba. Just like how he did Venezuela. This is CBS News right here. As Trump floats taking Cuba, island's president warns any aggression will be met with impregnable resistance. Good night. He said impregnable. Yeah. So listen, Trump, he been boasting like, well, shit, we're gonna take Cuba. See, but Cuba is allies with Russia. I don't know if y'all remember during the Cold War, they had what was called the Cuban Missile Crisis. You know what I mean? Where Russia was pretty much threatening to put missiles on Cuba, so they can have a good strategic vantage point militarily. You know what I mean? So all these things is happening again. That was during the Cold War, where everybody was pretty much like, listen, you want to shoot a bomb? No, we're going to shoot a bomb. So pretty much they was holding each other at gunpoint. But nobody shot. They put the gun back in their pocket. But guess what? For all those years, everybody just been stockpiling missiles, stockpiling ammunition. They getting ready for this World War III. And what does World War III have to do with anything? The kingdom of heaven. Because guess what? All the nations are going to be banging. Like it says in, Joel chapter 3. I will gather all nations down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. And while they're down there fighting, guess what? That's when Christ comes. That's when the Lord comes. It's all good. That's when the Lord comes, and they're all going to fight against Christ. And they think they're going to win, but they not. They're going to die. It's like it. They're going to be unalive. We love TikTok. So let's go over here to, matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Let's get that here. We kind of all over the place. But let's get that in in 2nd Ezra, chapter 13. This is going to be the end all, the be all battle. Right now, this what you seeing brewing up in the Middle East. Listen, it may calm down. Who knows? But it's inevitable for it to end up in the way in World War III and all the nations fighting against each other. And then at the last minute, at the last Trump, they're all going to fight against Christ. They're all gathering themselves up to fight against the final battle, the battle of Armageddon. And guess what? Donald Trump and them, they said that's what they fighting for. And he might not have been wrong. When I pulled, matter of fact, let me pull out the scripture. 2nd Ezra, chapter 13. This is in the Apocrypha, if you guys don't know. If you get a 1611 King James Version Bible, bear with me. Yeah, TikTok. I was on my I'm going live on YouTube and Facebook, but I accidentally just clicked out of it. Mic check, mic check. Yeah, y'all can hear me, but you can't see me. Let me see something. Let me get my thing back right. There we go. All right, Salakia. Yeah, so yeah, my bad about that. But yeah, let's go over here to the book of 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra, chapter 13. And we're just gonna start at verse 2. And it says, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. What's the thousands of heaven? That's the chariots. That's the angels. So and when this last battle comes, they're all going to be in the Middle East banging like they doing right now, but it's going to get worse. It's going to get more intensified. You understand? It's going to be more intense. It's going to be beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are in World War III, which it damn near is like that right now. Everything that's happening over there is like world's first type, like in a long time. The most ships over there, the most this, the most that. Like, so you got to have the discernment of the signs of the times. So reading on, book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. So when he comes in and cracks the sky with the chariots and all the angels, and they're banging, they're going to be looking and they're going to be trembling. They're going to be like, it's like they're going to probably think it's aliens. That's why they created aliens. So they could think that, oh, we're being invaded. So now, instead of everybody fighting on each other, they're like, well, now we got to fight the aliens. Now that's what's going to create the one world peace. We're all human. Like you see in all the movies, Independence Day, all the alien movies, they all put down their differences, and they're like, we got a greater threat. We got a threat that's from without. You know what I mean? What was his name? Ronald Reagan said that. And it's verse 4. 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 4. It says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that were heard his voice, such as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So what is that? That's all the nations that's going to be gathered in the valley of decision. There's going to be so many people banging at the same time, like China. China got an army of 1 million people strong. America got so many people in their army. Iran, they got 90 million people. How many people in Iran? I don't know. But they got all these different nations, got all these amounts of soldiers in their army, and they're about to bang. They're banging at this exact moment when Christ comes in. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, they just sent how many troops? They about to do ground invasion, like 5,000, right? Yeah. That's today. This is today, March 18th. It says approximately 50,000 U.S. troops are in the Middle East as part of the conflict with Iran, which began on February 28th. The U.S. is considering sending thousands of additional troops, potentially about 5,000 to 7,000, as reinforcement to the region, though no ground invasion of Iran has been ordered. That's cap, because they definitely sending those extra 5,000 boots on the ground. You understand? But let's keep reading. And it says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I just want to get to the main point. Yeah, well, this is the point. Verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and they yet durst fight. So listen, when this happens, they're going to be booped. They're going to be so shook, but guess what? They still going to fight. That's what's going to happen. And that's because the Lord has put it in their hearts to fight against each other, then fight the Lord and get destroyed. Like it said with Pharaoh, he have hardened the heart of Pharaoh. And guess what they're doing? Their heart is hardened. They're doing it anyway. Trump went into Iran. He done started some shit that he can't stop. And guess what? They even admitted, listen, we fighting a battle of Armageddon. I will pull it up, but listen, you can Google it yourself. And that's what they're going to do. And this is for the kingdom of heaven. And just one last scripture, what's going to be like in the kingdom of heaven? Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to make a quick point, or a quick statement. Because you mentioned about hardening the heart of Pharaoh. That always comes up to me, because that was one of the things that when I was coming into the truth of being an Israelite, just in general, that when I realized in the scriptures that it said that the Most High hardened the heart of Pharaoh, I didn't realize that when I was a Christian. I didn't realize that when I was when I wasn't in the truth. Right. Because that's not what they tell you when they tell you about that story. Right. And so that's when I realized I didn't understand who the Most High even was.
Right.
And so that was one of the things that made me realize that I wasn't in the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to bring that up because that was one of the things that for me made me realize that what I grew up in it started making me question what I had been taught.
Mm-hmm.
Realizing that the Most High hardened his heart, like they never told me that.
Right.
They never explained it, so it made me had to start questioning if I even knew who the Most High was.
Right.
And what I've been taught.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah, give her a hand. Yeah, listen, the Christian church lied to us. They failed us. Our black pastors, because they was too busy shucking and jiving and kissing the so-called white man's behind. You know what I'm saying? They should have just been keeping it a buck, knowing that we the children of Israel, instead of accepting that you're a Gentile and knowing that the Lord is a terrible God. You understand? He destroyed the entire planet, for crying out loud, and saved 8 people. He destroyed the firstborn son of every, or what? Not only think it was it the firstborn of every creature of the Egyptians, and that's what we're going to celebrate on April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. You understand? But guess what? They gonna fight. That's what they're gonna do down there in the Valley of Decision. And then after, when the smoke settles, we're gonna establish our kingdom. And you know what's gonna happen? Let's go over here to Isaiah chapter 60. So after all the debris settles, and listen, Yahweh shot to destroy all the nations, and guess what? All the nations that's left, you're gonna be there to serve. We're going to put you in subjection, like I read in Zechariah chapter 14, Isaiah chapter 14. Now we're going to go, and also in Revelations chapter 2, Revelations chapter 5. Now we're going to show you what it is in Isaiah chapter 60. Let's get it. And it says, verse 10, and the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. See, the sons of the strangers, that's all the other nations. That's the Israelis, the so-called European nations, the Chinese nations, even Taiwan, Iranians. They're the Persians. The Persians had us in captivity one time too. All the nations. They're going to what? They're going to build our walls up. We ain't working no more. We've been working for thousands of years. We going to, everything we used to work, we dropping it. Now we're calling the shots. It says what? Salaki. It says, I got to save this live because one thing's died down. In a few weeks, we could share a laugh over our fear of porn. Well, whatever that means. But guess what? Like I already said it. I said, listen, things may die down, they might not. You might have logged off and logged back on, but guess what? The inevitable is, guess what? The battle of Armageddon is definitely gonna happen. Iran, which is the Medes, is gonna be stirred up. What else? Russia will get in it. Gog and Magog. Just like you thought Trump was going to be the Prince of Peace. No, guess what? He'd send bombs in. Now all these nations, hey, you better hope there is what would you say, in a few weeks? Because if not, listen, the Lord knows when he's coming. So you better hope there's more weeks. You better hope it ain't the thief in the night while you rolling up. You know what I mean? But what's the kingdom gonna be like after the dust settles? After the dust settles, The sons of the strangers will be building up our walls. The king shall be ministering unto us. Benjamin Netanyahu, you gonna come out of your little wherever you hiding at. Come up out of that doomsday shelter. All you Israelis down in them bunkers, come up out of that. You gonna be serving us. Sing Ping Un and all you come serve us. Come build up the kingdom of heaven. The walls. And what are those walls? Let's go to the walls. Let's go over here to Revelations chapter 21. See, this is Old Testament and New Testament for you Christians out there. What is the walls that they building up? Let's go to Revelations chapter 21 and verse let's find it real quick. Yeah, let's get it right here. Oh yeah, verse 12. And it says what? And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of who? The 12 tribes of Israel, ladies and gentlemen. You understand? That's on the walls of the kingdom of heaven, there's going to be 12 gates. And what is those gates going to say? The 12 tribes, that's the address of the kingdom, the children of Israel. So let's go back to Isaiah chapter 60. And it says what? The sons of the stranger shall build up thy walls. And what are those walls? Those walls are going to be the 12 tribes of Israel's names on it. Verse 12, let's drop down. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Good night. And that's sanctions. You're going to be sanctioned to unaliven, utterly wasted. I pray you understand. But with that, you know what it is, man. Every week, man, check us out next Tuesday, same time, same channel. You know what I mean? It's heavy content where we bring it out, more articles. You know what I'm saying? We have Precinct Officer Tazan in the building. You know what I'm saying? Then every Wednesday, usually it be me and Officer Malak out of KC breaking it down. You know what I'm saying? Law class. Of course, check in with your nearest camp leader because what is it? Coming up April 4th, we got the Lord's 57th annual Passover coming down, Houston, Texas. You know, of course, that whole week is gonna be full of events. We got the slaughtering of the lambs. We got the all black party. We got I'm gonna play the commercial in a minute, but definitely, you know what I'm saying, check us out next week. You know what it is, Israel. 7:00 Central Standard Time, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. And with that, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakathum, Yahweh Shemala Thum Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
And all the warriors be like,
The ISUPK under Commandant General Yahana presents the official itinerary for the 57th Annual Lord's Passover. Kickoff. Wednesday, April 1st, the lamb slaughter from 11 a.m. Followed by fun and games, basketball, 3-point shootout. Can you hit the target in the archery competition? Then let's gather together ourselves and eat some lamb. Later that night, the dopest podcasts, the Round Table of Truth, Cross the Line Radio, and Let a Hebrew Speak, all going down from 8 p.m. Thursday, April 2nd, the annual Kiddies Party. It's all going down at Slick City Action Park from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Followed by Scripture Breakdown class from 7 p.m. with 12 Shield General Muhammad. Friday, April 3rd from 8 p.m. the all-black party. You know how we get down. It's all going down at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas. Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. we will be hosting a brunch. Then the moment we've been waiting for all year from 5 p.m. sharp, April 4th, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. Followed by the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Sunday, April 5th from 7 p.m. The Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread goes hand in hand, so don't miss it.
Go ahead, though. Run it back.
Yeah, so, we got heavy content with Officer Design and Officer Kakam, you know what I'm saying, on Tuesdays. We get that going on, you know what I'm saying.
Destruction is on the way, man. That lake of fire is right here. You never know who we gonna have on here, man. But you never know. You can't expect Priest and Officer Kakungaba, man. He gonna be on here faithfully.
The first woe was passed, the second woe passed, and the third woe coming quickly. You understand? They over there going nuts in the Middle East. And it's not gonna let up.
Not here for your feelings. You understand me? So if you all in your feelings, you just such emotional person, man, you might want to tune in to Joel Osteen.